Yeah.
What?
Never mind. We can't talk about it now because that gives away the secret sauce.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Well, popping on here live, wishing everyone a happy Thursday Nerdsday. This is our chance, if you're catching this after the fact, to just kind of chill and chat with anyone that happens to come in here and catch this live. But even if you're after the fact, please leave some comments down below because we'll still chat with you.
Yes.
It's a delayed chat. It's like on the news. It's like that's always been something weird to me because I feel like I understood that better as a kid. And now, like in the future that we live in, like why is there still that delay?
In case something happens that they don't want you to see. That's legit reason why.
Oh, it's Illuminati stuff. Huh?
Well, that or, like if they're in a live news thing and maybe something devastating happens, they don't necessarily want it being broadcast.
Oh, the huge manatees.
Or if they say something that they can't say on live TV, they have time to.
Like that guy who kind of harassed the female reporter, saying like right in the. I'm not going to say it.
Yeah.
It's a dirty word to start the show off with.
Yeah, but that's basically why they don't do anything actually live. Everything has a slight delay, so it gives them time to do something.
Well, that's fair enough. I usually have a slight delay just because I'm dumb and I have to think about it. You ask me a question and it's like...
No, wrong way. There we go.
Well... Starting
leaning.
Huh?
I still keep like leaning and being the center of the thingy, and I don't want to be.
So anyway,
hey guys.
Oh man,
what up?
Speaking of or looking at comics here, so I recently kind of gathered up all of our comics that had not been bagged or boarded yet, got them all together, and started to sort them out. So I got them bagged. I got them boarded until I ran out of bags and boards. And then it was the hassle, first world problem hassle, of getting them all into the boxes. So what we do, for anyone who may not be aware, is we like the graphic, like comic boxes, the artwork ones. And we kind of theme out what goes into the boxes. So we got this great, like Jim Lee X-Men. So it's like from the 90s, X-Men #1 when they split off the gold and blue teams. So the wraparound Jim Lee cover, that's what's on the comic box. So all of the X-Men comics go in that. But then we have this Uncanny X-Men box, and all the Uncannies go in there. And then there's yet another X-Men box. We kind of like X-Men. And that's where some of the other like series are going. That it's like we've kind of collected some, but we're not like all into them yet. Oh, I'm sorry. Is this boring to you?
No, sorry. It was just a long day at work.
But that has Excalibur, X-Force, Exiles, X-Factor, Generation X, all of that stuff.
Malcolm X.
It's got a couple of those on there. His mutant powers were amazing. But so that's the thing. It's not just bagging and boarding them. Then it's like laying them all out. It's like, okay, because then this one loves anything to do with Ghost Spider, Spider-Gwen, but she also loves all of her Spider-Man stuff.
Spider people.
So like there's 2 boxes there. So there's Ghost Spider stuff and the Spider people. So, it's like laying all of them out and then putting everything away. So you have to pull all the boxes out. And of course, I'm not just like throwing them in there mostly. With some, it's like, whatever, like the Spider people, you're going to have to sort through all of those because I can't keep up with the Ghost Spider and the Spider-Gwen series.
Yeah.
So you have like 7 issues of #7, but they're from different runs. It's like whatever. But like X-Men, I put them in there in numerical order. But the whole point was it was an undertaking because we'd been bad. We'd been picking up a lot of comics and not putting them away.
Yeah.
And here's the problem. I actually looked online. I meant to tell you this. Because I have a bunch of Army of Darkness stuff. Because they cross Army of Darkness over with everything.
Yeah.
Vampirella, Xena, Red Sonja, Archie. um, I looked and I did not see an Evil Dead or Army of Darkness graphic comic box, which is a shame.
Yeah, that is a shame.
There are custom routes that you can go, but it's either like well over $100 to have someone on Etsy do it, or it's, we can make your box. How many would you like to order? 50, 100, 1,000? It's like, just one. I just
want the one.
So I need to think of something for that. And then we've been putting all of our horror in Vampirella, which is fine. And all of our like more like fun, like pervier comics, like the swimsuit editions and stuff like that, I've been putting in a Marvel swimsuit themed box. But we also need like a Zen scope one, because you have a lot of
I have
those.
a lot of Zen scope.
Is it scope or scape?
Zen, I don't know.
A lot of the Zen comics. But
the Zen Z.
I was thinking of it because when I was leaving, the ones here in the game room in the rack, for the most part, are video game related ones. But that rack is getting full.
Yeah.
So it may be time to, well, I mean, I say find, because I'm not having luck finding these other ones, but find a graphic box for video game themed ones. And then just like keep our favorites up here. And obviously this is so boring.
Sorry.
I'm kidding.
We have one person here.
Someone's here.
I wonder if it's the same person who came in and then left, and then they came back, or that person is just gone and this is someone new. Who is here?
They're like, I don't want to listen to this. They're talking comics. That's boring.
Well, hello. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. And if you feel up to it, leave some chats. Oh, it's Generation Pixel.
Hello.
See? No Guardians of Gahoot, though. I'm sorry. Sorry to let you down. Speaking of...
I just want to say something really quick. I work with all different age people at my job. And one of the people I work with, she just turned 19, okay? And we were having a conversation the other day about one of my other coworkers wanted to know if I knew what an 8-track was. And I was like, hello, yes, I'm old. And she goes, well, Isabella didn't know what an 8-track was. And I was like, oh, good Lord. That does not surprise me. She's 19. Then I looked at her and I said, do you know what a cassette tape is? And she goes, yeah, it's that little like thing that's like this big and it's got 2 holes in it and it's got like thing in it. And I was like, oh, okay. Have you ever played with one? She goes, no, but I know what it is because of Guardians of the Galaxy. She goes, he uses that in Guardians of the Galaxy and he sings his song from that. It's like, well, you're not wrong.
I mean, that's not.
But that's where she knows where cassette came from. I was like, at least your parents could have at least told you what a cassette was. Whatever.
Well, I was gonna say just real quick. Speaking of comics, since we've long collected comics and pick them up like pull list and stuff, but we've never really been good about showing like the new stuff we got. Well, this is brand new. We got these Tuesday.
Tuesday.
You already picked up. Was this a Spider-Versity? So it's issue 1.
Issue number 1.
Now there was a really cool cover you liked, but not for $20.
No, it was Miles and Gwen. And was it Peter?
I think so.
Peter
I think
on the cover. It looked like they were in a college dorm room. There was junk food all around them, and they were playing video games. Yeah, Peter.
Can't really. Can't see Spider-Gwen though.
Here, let me try. And you can kind of see it, but yeah, see they're like playing stuff and everything. And it's like that is a really cool cover and everything, especially with the crossover because we like video games and whatnot. But I was like, it's not $20 worth for me. It wasn't even like lenticular or hollow foil or shiny or anything. So I was like, I'm not paying $20 for that. I don't understand why it's $20.
So you went for the cheaper one.
I did. And then issue 2 is already out. So I picked
Might as well grab that as well.
Issue 2. I don't know. I have not read a whole lot into the Ghost Spider realm for the costume change. So I don't know if this is an actual like legit costume change, which I'm guessing it is because here's Ghost Spider. And I don't really like the new costume. Like that was part of the reason that I really like, one of the reasons that attracted me to her in the first place and made me check her out was her costume was really cool. But this looks like she stole Miles Morales' suit and then threw a jacket over the top of it. So I'm not a big fan.
Look at this. Guardians of the Galaxy being your only reference for cassettes. Shocked. I made my kids load tape from a, just for you, ZX Spectrum to keep them grounded. Nice.
Or ZX, as it's properly called.
Wow. Actually, I think you could argue that because it
Probably.
never made it over here, so it would only be a ZX.
That's true. And then I also picked up Jeff the Land Shark because I absolutely love Jeff the Land Shark, but also because it had two people on the cover that I really like, which is Scarlet Witch and Magic. I'm not the biggest fan of the art, but flipping through it, it has everybody in it that we love. There was Gwenpool and Rogue. So it was just one of those things like, this looks hilarious. And then like not Warlock. I don't remember what this guy was called. He's some kind of voodoo
Wicca?
guy. Wicca. Yeah, I knew it was something like that. Warlock, Wicca, something like that. I think I actually have his action figure. I don't know why. I think I just picked it up.
Would.
Oh, and then this chick, she's really cool too. I am sorry, guys. My brain is not working tonight. I have an action figure of her too. I really like her. She's a like a hunter.
Elsa
person.
Bloodstone.
Elsa Bloodstone. Why are you remembering these things and I'm not? Good Lord. Whatever.
Zed for life. And for what it's worth, speaking of
I'm gonna drink.
Speaking of Zed, they're looking Zed, the two latest Army of Darkness versus Archie covers. These covers were actually pretty cool for issues 4 and 5 because even though they don't, they kind of go together like the style of it.
I like it.
And this has actually been fun. I think I'm about halfway through issue 3 because I'll kind of pick them up and like read through just a little bit. But the artwork, the funny thing is, as gruesome as the artwork is on the outside, it's very much Archie artwork on the inside.
I need to get back into reading comics because for a while my sleep apnea was so bad, undiagnosed.
Oh my gosh! Look at Veronica.
Boom! But I was falling asleep at the drop of the hat. Tom actually called me Laci. And it was one of those situations that built and built and built. And so for about a year, I was literally narcoleptic and I would fall asleep all the time. So I couldn't read comics because the minute I would open them up, it would just put me to sleep. And I was like, this is stupid. So I have been on my CPAP for a year now and I'm able to stay awake. So now that I can do that, I need to get back into reading comics because I miss it. I don't like just collecting them. I want to read them too.
Well, real quick, speaking of falling asleep on things, you used to fall asleep on your game all the time. What are you playing these days?
Disney Dreamlight Valley.
Are you ever going to stop playing
No, I
this
am
game?
not. I will stop playing it when they stop updating it and stop giving us new quests and new characters to unlock and to bring into the game. They are the most intelligent people ever. I mean, it's Disney. They know how to get your money. But it's like this game, unlike Animal Crossing and some of the other like Harvest Moons and crap like that, this one game continues to evolve and continues to, just because you finish the actual main storyline of the game doesn't matter because then they keep releasing other realms that can go with it and then more quests that go with it. And they're continuing to unlock Disney characters. So it's so much fun. About every 2 or 3 months, there's a whole new storyline quest for you to get all new clothes and furniture and character stuff. So it's so much fun. I guess it's kind of like WoW, like how WoW kept releasing, campaigns and stuff. Wow. So I guess when they stop doing that, then I'll stop playing it. But it's just, if you're a Disney fan, it's just too fun.
Mr. Pixel says, I've just started Nier Automata for the first time. That is one of those games that I swear I've only heard good things about. So it's on the backlog. This is the backlog. And also that.
Well, what are you playing?
Actually, because Lady Laci got it for me, she surprised me with Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. And I was so excited. I kind of rushed through my playthrough of Super Mario Galaxy.
You want to know why I bought
Switch.
him an RPG? Because it gives me more TV time.
Nice. Actually, the funny thing is, I mean, you say that, like, she will watch some of her shows while I'm playing, but there are also times when we'll turn the TV on in the background and both of us will just be playing our games on our Switches.
Lately, we've been we love the show My Name is Earl, and we turned it on and started it from the beginning again, and just have that on in the background. Problem with shows like that we really like is we start playing our game, and then all of a sudden the game goes down, and we start watching the episode, and then we're like, "Oh, I remember this episode. This is hilarious." Or the other funny thing is, when we watched the show the first time around, there were things that we would quote and joke around with it, and then we forgot all about it. And so with this watch is bringing that all up again. So we continue to have quotes from the movie. Like, I think our favorite one right now is, "My name is Earl."
We won't shut up about that one.
Because it was the episode where he was teaching all the foreign people how to speak English. And so he taught them how to say, "My name is Earl," instead of how to say their name. Because it's the way he thinks.
Another fun little tidbit. So while the show, I don't think, has ever officially been stated to actually take place there or inspired by, but in the show, the town is called Camden. We live 1 hour away from a place known as Camden County. So, yeah. And the type of
people that are
clientele in My Name is Earl is pretty much on par for what we have here. Well, Tech Wiz has joined us.
Howdy.
Tech Wiz, we were just talking about, we were showing off some comics, but we're also talking about games we're playing. Generation Pixels started Nier Automata for the first time.
What's that one?
So if you check that out, I'll pull up a trailer for you.
I didn't know if you could tell me a brief, really quick. Is it an RPG? Or a shooter?
It's more actiony, but I think it's got
Morpurger?
I think it's got action RPG elements into it, because what game doesn't anymore? God of War has RPG elements.
I just like saying Morpurger.
Well, real quick, for any of the comic book fans, if there are any, let me know. Actually, I don't know if either of you guys collect comics. I bet Tech Wiz does, because he has some favorite artists.
I'm just going to show off something real quick. Speaking of Disney.
Okay.
On the back here, it shows a what if, and it's the Disney characters being X-Men characters and whatnot. This was something where the comic book people were listening, because they actually did a couple of covers that were these, but the inside was just regular Spider-Man or other comics. Duped me, because I got all excited, and everybody started throwing a fit about that. So they actually started releasing what ifs that were the Disney characters. Anybody get those or read those? Because I collected just about every single one of them. They're hilarious.
Tech Wiz says, I stopped collecting in the early 90s. I mean, you probably stopped at a good time just to not get into any trouble, especially with the way books were splitting off, because they were trying so hard to make all that extra money as comic sales were tanking. But also, I am kind of surprised, just because I'm pretty sure you're a fan of the artist Udon, and I see a lot of covers of theirs. I actually did manage to pick up the Street Fighter swimsuit hardbound book with the Udon cover and everything. So, did
they do a lot of the omnibuses and the trade paperbacks back in the 90s, or is that a more recent thing?
Pseudo recent. They would have them back then, but now they really lean into them. I think that because of that, they started to see kind of the market of combining those storylines.
Yeah, that's what I like. I like to wait for them to come out,
especially when they skew some of those stories off. If you want to finish this story, go. Even though you're reading X-Men, go check out Fantastic Four number 17
for one frame.
But some of the omnibuses will Little Monster Comics here on YouTube does a lot of omnibus reviews. And he will point out whenever they will draw certain issues into that omnibus, or he'll mention, I'm surprised they didn't have this in there. But once in a while, there will be some that will even include the story arcs that come from a free comic book day.
Oh, that's nice. That always kind of drives me nuts when your story continues into free comic book day, especially if it's a past storyline you're reading, so you weren't able to get that free comic book because that day is years in the past and you can't find it anymore. So that's always nice. That's really nice, actually.
Tech Wiz says, I love Udon. I pay attention to people on YouTube's. I could put useful information in here, but I try to put your guys' information in here. Generation Pixel answered for you. It's action RPG and bullet hell shmup twin stick shooter all in one beautiful anime package.
Well, that sounds like it has ADD. Perfect for this generation.
Right.
Sorry.
I like collecting the Creepshow comics. I love the show.
Yes.
I love the movies.
I hope they continue that show, which I think they got canceled though, didn't it?
They did.
I would love for it to get picked back
because
up,
you got me the full series.
I did, yes. That's so good.
But the homage to classic comics like Action
And
Comics
then
number
Superman
1 and
over
then
here.
The classic Days of Future Past, like so much fun. And of course, if you're into like horror stories and everything, they're great. Oh, this one's got like some
alien looking thing.
Some sea people. I guess that's a little shape of water happening here or something. And then the last new comic I got, because we had to, super
X-Men.
Stoked for the new season starting in July. X-Men 97
Season
2. I tell you what, all of the previews for this have been really showing off like a lot of X Factor and everything. So I'm very curious.
For the comic or for the show?
For the show. So I'm very curious where they're going to take it.
This will spoil the show, or is this, do you think, an addition to it? Because I don't know that I've read through the season 1 that we picked up.
I think it's an addition to it.
Okay, good. Because it's like, that would be kind of crappy if it spoiled it for you.
Although that said, I really did enjoy back in the day a series of comics called X-Men Adventures, which were comic versions, literally just transposed versions of the cartoon. Each issue was an episode. So it's a comic based on the cartoon, based on the comic. So why not? But it was still a lot of fun.
So we have MW Photo says, hey guys, as they said, our thumbnail is what drew him in. There's a reason for that.
There is.
Should we just show it off since we're still talking comics?
I mean, we could jump right into that. You have it in your stack.
I do. So you want to explain?
All right. Probably a broken record. And those of you that watch the video, first of all, thank you. But second of all, I've been real big about trying to get sketch covers of comics and then getting some of our local artists to do the sketch covers, because we have a lot of local artists, like very, very talented people. So I'm slowly kind of collecting them. And I had this issue of Red Sonja versus Army of Darkness. And I had an idea for it. And there was one artist that I thought could really lean into this and deliver what I was thinking of. His name is Matt Decker, and he has a website, Stone Pie Media. In the Route 66 Comic and Toy Convention video, there's a link to it over there.
Yes, he does a comic series that he's done himself called Zombie Dave. I believe it's up to 6 issues right now. And then I can't remember if he said he's bringing it back or if he's starting a new run of Zombie Dave. But so he likes to draw dead people and things. So here is the back cover. He surprised us with doing the back cover.
Yeah, he went all out.
So this part right here. I love this. This little guy from the distance. But anyway, Skull Dancing Charge. So amazing work.
Perfect
Awesome.
Army of Darkness
Perfect
moment
Army of
right
Darkness,
there.
yes.
And again, it's Army of Darkness, Red Sonja. So the idea when I get these local artists is to take our avatars, our Do You Nerd avatars, and like put them in cosplay or something and put them on the cover. So then it's fun. It's a representation of us, but also represents the comic. And here we go. Here's the main cover.
So you can see some Deadites on there. My dragon is up here and everything. So you can see Ash and Red Sonja's outfits. Are you ready for it, guys? Woo-da!
So there we are. Lady Laci is dressed as Ash, and I am rocking the Red Sonja scale male armor.
His
bikini.
peck boobs really fill out that chainmail, didn't it?
The pose cracks me up. Just the so it's so goofy, but it's perfect. Yep. Matt even left a comment on the video saying this was one of his most favorite commissions of all time.
Well, I am glad because this is awesome. This is so great. I told Tom, though, I said, I realized that he wanted to get it done while we were there at the convention, which is probably why he said he would only be able to do a sketch and not color it. But it's like, not gonna lie, I kind of want him to color it in now.
as you showed just the blank cover, I want him to color it in.
But anyway, so yeah, we were very excited about that. And normally Tom is the one who gets the covers first, and then he shows me and surprises me. Well, this time I got to get it first and see it and surprise him with it. So that was pretty great.
Well, Freak of Four has joined us. Thank you. Always glad to have you here. You've just missed out on a bunch of comic book talk lately. We've been talking about the games that we've been playing. No surprise, this one's still stuck on Disney Dreamlight Valley, and I'm slowly working my way through Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. If anyone's familiar with the game, I just saved the island from the Automata army. So there you go. If that tells you where I'm at. It doesn't tell me where I'm at. Before jumping into any other pickups, just because it's always a good discussion point, what movie have you watched lately? So is there one that was really fun? Maybe?
Yes, we went to go see Masters of the Universe.
Now, we won't talk any spoilers, right?
No spoilers. Which means I probably won't talk because I don't know about reveal something. But I will say this. It was a very good, very fun movie. It's been a long time since there was just a fun movie. Because anymore lately, they have to have agendas or they have to have some kind of stupid message, blah, blah, blah. It's just fun to go to a movie. And I really enjoyed it. A lot of people were, I guess, on the fence or not liking Jared Leto being Skeletor. I honestly had no idea because I tried not to look up anything about this movie. I didn't want to know who was in it because sometimes that'll spoil characters that show up in the movie. So I didn't look anything up. So I honestly had no idea who was playing who. And so I was quite impressed with the performance. And then later on when I found out it was Jared Leto, I was like, holy crap. So I was impressed.
I mean, let's face it. Jared Leto has had the best run lately with his take on the Joker and what else did he do? I
think his take on the Joker is debatable with a lot of people. But
what Marvel movie had people up in arms? Was that Morpheus?
Morpheus, yes.
So yeah, it's
not Morpheus. That's a musician thing. Morbius. That's why I was like, wait a minute, that's not right. My brain's going, that's not right, but we're going with it.
I think my brain was mixing up when he says it's Morbin time, and I was trying to write it to Morphin time.
Yeah.
Excuses. We'll go with that.
Yes.
Photo says, I still got those popcorn castles. He's just teasing you.
Yeah, that's a sore subject for me. Did you share anything about that?
I think we did last time because, yeah.
Yeah, so I never got my castle. I did secure.
I took my 6 castles.
Did you really? You better not have. But I did manage to secure a pre-order on the website for the sword drinking vessel, and it's going to get here in either August or December. I'm not sure which. I don't know. As long as it shows up, I don't care. But yeah, I still have never been able to secure any castle whatsoever. And if you ask me, a pre-order means pre-order should never run out. You should never sell out of pre-orders. You should have a set time limit for pre-orders, like a week's worth or whatever, because a pre-order dictates how many people want. So that's how many you make to sell. So I've always hated the fact that they're like, yeah, we sold out of our pre-orders. You shouldn't sell out of pre-orders. So yeah, I'm a little perturbed about that damn castle.
Pixel saying, what? There's no mortality message from Prince Adam or He-Man at the end of the movie? I think you need to watch the movie.
Yeah.
Something that I really liked about it, though, was every bit of it felt like a love letter to the series and the franchise. If you're a fan of
He-Man, or even if you know He-Man from our childhood.
So many cartoon comic toy accurate costumes and set pieces, the references. This is like a small thing. But for instance, there's a comic store or a collectible shop called The Fright Zone. And it's kind of one of those blink and you'll miss it, but it's like, That's awesome. Like, what a nice reference. First of all, that sounds exactly like the kind of name you would give a collectible shop. But then, you know, growing up with He-Man and especially She-Ra, you're all too familiar with the Fright Zone.
Right Zone is. I guess this is not. Well, no, I won't say it. I don't know if it considers a spoiler or not. But yeah.
There's a lot of like goofiness to it. It's nothing that's like over the top, but they lean into how goofy the cartoon would be at times.
It's serious when it needs to be, and it's goofy and fun, and doesn't take itself seriously when it doesn't need to be.
But it was a really well done movie, and just a reminder of, hey, remember when they made movies for entertainment, and that was
for a popcorn bucket you couldn't get. Anyway,
what else do you have to show off there? You know, I've got I have to be very careful. I can only show the spines, but I had got some art books. Being very, very careful. They are careful now. So Lorenzo Spirlonga, I probably butchered that, but his sketchbooks volume 1 and 2. The art is
NSFW.
Yes.
F.
But it's also like really good art. He did some comic book covers that are perfectly safe for work. But if you consider like the form of you know, like your kind of generic look of Black Cat from Spider-Man or Black Widow at times, you know, kind of skew that. But it's just kind of fun to have an art book, because even if I had prints, where would I put them? Exactly. So at least this, it's like, hey, look, we have
coffee table books are easy.
And speaking of, I think we've shared this before, but for anyone who hasn't heard it before, we actually bought one of the where they just portfolio books.
Yeah.
That artists will have at their tables at conventions. Mm-hmm. We bought one for us to have because we kind of put up like the prints that we wanted in here, and we don't change them out, but there are still prints that we like. So we just get those and we put them in the portfolio book, and then boom, coffee table book of art. So we like art. It's even in our TLC theme song, art print. Yeah. If you can understand the rest of the words, because it goes fast. Because we collect fast.
Well, I mean, I guess I can show some of the stuff we got at the convention. We were at Route 66 Toy Convention. Is it comic and toy convention?
I never can remember which one they put first.
Anyway, but this is always a dangerous convention for us. It's just a one-day convention up in Lebanon, Missouri, and they have weird, eclectic collections of things, and we can always find something there, and things we weren't looking for or didn't expect to find. And so we can always just find some weird random stuff. This year, you even noted this, that there were more video games than we'd ever really seen there before. So that was good for you.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things, speaking of video game, I just picked up a pack of Mario napkins. We're definitely not going to open these and use them. They are just going to be thrown in a box, but it's one of those collectible things. It was like $2. So it was one of those things I was like, yeah, we'll get this just for the collection's sake. I don't know if anybody remembers the store Venture, but that's where it came from. So they were on sale for 25 cents. So I overpaid by 75 cents, I guess. But yeah, it's just some fun Super Mario. What did you say, 2? 2 or 3?
I'm thinking 1, honestly.
You think 1?
Yeah. Anyway. You've got Brunette Peach there, or Toadstool, and she's like half the size of Mario. So apparently he took like 2 super mushrooms. And then on the back it says 1988 Nintendo of America.
Oh yeah, then that would be the first one. And then something else that I got at the booth is a classic cutting board. This was just adorable. I thought it was super cute. This is just like a cardboard plasticky thing, but there's the from Geek Fuel cutting board, super kind of cute, looking like Nintendo. But the board is actually,
so it made it like a game label for whenever it sits in there.
But yeah, it's actually really cool. You can see like there's the triangle, and you've got the ridges over here, even the little notches on top. Nothing on the back or the bottom, but just a cute. We definitely will not be using this either. But super cute cutting board. I don't recommend you use wood cutting boards in the first place, because when you cut into them, then your whatever you're cutting goes into the board and harbors bacteria, and it's just not healthy.
There's your morality.
Yeah, there you go. But see, that's what it looks like when it's in there. So it's really adorable, really cute. I think this was like $2 or $3. And I was like, yeah. Because for some reason, the guy was like trying to not sell his own stuff because like we were picking up weird random stuff. And he goes, why would you buy this? This is just ridiculous. It's just to have. It's just weird stuff. And I was like, well, that's why I'm buying it.
I think that's why he was doing that. It's a sales tactic. He was trying to trick you.
He wasn't.
But he doesn't know that.
He doesn't know, mate. But anyway, so I got those cute.
Here, hang on. I was trying to do a morality tale there.
Sorry, what's your morality tale?
Hey, team. Today we learned that using wood cutting boards isn't ideal. Because even though you're trying to fight the battle of hunger and win, you may be losing the battle against bacteria. When it comes to wood cutting boards, just like drugs, just say no. And also, don't forget to get your parent or an adult guardian supervision help whenever you're using any kind of sharp object. The more you know, you'll have the power.
When you say the more you know, I just see the star. People are gonna be like, my screen froze. What the hell?
Waves of games, but my parents aren't around. Then I guess you're cutting nothing.
This is another nostalgic thing for everybody. Does anybody remember the puppets that Pizza Hut used to sell back in the 90s? There was like Beauty and the Beast. There was Eureka's Castle, Land Before Time. I feel like I'm missing some of them. But anyway, he had the entire set of the Eureka's Castle. So you got Magellan here. You got Eureka herself. And then Batley. But I had these as a kid and I loved them. And I always regret getting rid of them. And he had them for $2 a piece. So I had to get them. But these were all puppets. I don't know if anybody ever saw Eureka's Castle. It was definitely, I was too old for it when it came on. But I still loved it because I love puppets. But they were all fun little puppets and everything. And I looked them up to make sure I had the full set. They sold these for, these two were 99 cents if you bought a large pizza. And he was $1.99, I guess because he's bigger for if you bought a large pizza. Nowadays, these would have been like, what, $10 a piece or something?
Probably.
But anyway, super cute. I was so happy to get, and they're in really great shape too. So now my goal is to get the Beauty and the Beast ones back. And I didn't have all of the Land Before Time ones, but I wouldn't mind getting a couple of those back.
Real quick, the fact that like the paint hasn't started to chip away from those, because like any of those vinyl toys from back then, that always seemed to be the first thing. Like all the paint would start to like come loose.
Yeah, I'm guessing these might have been like shelf candy for somebody. There's a little bit of wear on his blue hair up here. But yeah.
So Peter says only safety scissors for this guy because his parents aren't around, so he can't use the cutting board.
Anyway. No.
He also
cutting
says
board.
Doesn't remember those puppets until the moment you pick them up. Suddenly, all my memories came back.
Yep.
And actually, I'm there with you, freak. I have sadly only heard of Eureka's Castle, never knew about the cartoon. I am not familiar with it at all. So
it wasn't a cartoon; it was live action. Actually,
you've got a one-up on me, so I don't even know what Eureka's Castle was.
Eureka's Castle was a live action thing in the vein of like. Did you ever watch the Elephant Show or Sherry Lewis Lamb Chop?
I've heard of Lamb Chop. I've never heard of the Elephant Show.
Okay, well, it was one of those things.
Making stuff up now?
I am, yeah. No, I'm not. But basically, it was live action. Like I said, they were puppets. He was a giant puppet, obviously, because he was a big ass freaking dinosaur thing. But they were puppets, and they would just kind of have little adventures and stories and stuff like that. They basically lived in Eureka's castle. It was her castle.
So, are we talking like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood? So human people, but sometimes puppets come in.
Yeah.
Peter said, I thought it was more like the Fraggles.
Yeah, kind of like Fraggles. That's another good example of.
Well, they didn't have any people though.
Well, I don't remember.
Which one was it?
I don't remember if there were people, but it was like what I mean is like it was like that, like Mr. Rogers, like when he went to the Imagination Land, whatever it was called.
There were still people there. Although, what was the Nightmare Fuel lady? What was her name?
Lady Elaine.
I was gonna say Peter will know if you don't know it.
Oh, freaking Lady Elaine. She was damn creepy.
Pixel Fraggles. Now we're talking.
We might have to pull up a trailer for you.
How did the song go? Laugh. What was it? Laugh your blues away.
Yeah.
Save them for a rainy day.
Yeah.
Come on, it's time to play.
Right. Come down and Fraggle Rock. The elephant show, Skidamarinky Dinky Dink, Skidamarinky Doo. Anybody remember that? That's the theme song from it. With Skidamarinky Dinky Dink, Skidamarinky Doo. I love you singing. They just kept going. Yeah, that was a fun one. That's where I learned the song that I sing often at work when I'm getting overwhelmed. And it just goes, I am slowly going crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, switch. And you're supposed to do this because you go, I am slowly going crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, switch. Crazy going slowly. Am I 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, switch.
And I guarantee the people that you work with have no idea what you're referencing, so they do think you're going crazy.
Yes.
At the start of this live, she was telling a story about a girl who only knows cassette tapes from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes. That is very true.
Peter says, there's the old man that runs the shop and talks to the dog puppet in Fraggle Rock. Let the music play down in Fraggle Rock. He Loves You and the Elephant Show was like a Peter, Paul, and Mary ripoff. I don't know what that is. Peter, Paul, and Mary. Weren't those Beatles?
No, there was no Mary in that.
I'm kidding. There's also no Mary in the Inn.
Oh.
Too soon?
Too soon.
Just a little over 2,000 years.
It's
Still
fine.
too soon?
It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, I picked up a few action figure things. They were in a bin. Everything was like $1. I have no idea why I picked up Woody. I am not a giant Toy Story fan. It was way after my time. But there was something about him. He was cute. I was also a little annoyed that Andy is not written on his feet.
Well, you could change that.
I will probably have to change that.
He's not as cool as... Wow. I'm not going to say it that way. I was going to say, he's not as cool as my Woody. He's not as cool as the Woody you gave me. Hang on, that's not any better. No, so years and years ago, she actually got me the Woody figure that's like superposable, and he's got the interchangeable eyes and face.
Yes.
So people like to call him the creepy Woody because of the poses that they would put him in.
He usually puts them with my big busted X-Men figures.
It's true.
He's just going,
Hers.
yes, they're mine.
Yeah, right now I think he's hanging on to the pole.
He looks like he's doing a pole dance, yes.
And Marty McFly is filming him. And he's trying to impress. Who was he trying to impress this time? I think it's evil Scarlet Witch,
yes.
Zombie Scarlet Witch.
Mm-hmm. She's not impressed.
That's how it goes
by the way.
in this house.
And it wouldn't be a convention action figure purchase if it wasn't me finding some random Spider-Man that I don't have.
Good luck putting him in your app.
No kidding. But this one was interesting because I was like, are those... when he flew, he had web wings. So I don't know if this is him like trying to fly. I don't know. I'm going to ask my good buddy Comic Rob. He'll probably tell me what this is from. But he does have some fairly good ish articulation for the time of the toy. His elbows move and you can bend his feet at the ankles, which that was very unheard of back in the day. And then of course, don't shoot.
I think his Aunt May walked in on him playing with his web shooter. She's like, Peter, hands up.
I'm sorry. And then I got...
real quick, have you guys checked out the latest trailer for the new Spider-Man movie? Or are you guys trying to, like, not get oversaturated and get it all spoiled and everything for you? I will say this. When we were at Walmart, they had figures for the new movie. And there was a Hulk one. And I was like, oh, well, spoilers. I guess Hulk is in this movie. But in the new trailer, they clearly show Hulk. So it's like, oh, okay. Maybe that's why they put the trailer together. They're like, oh, we got those toys at the store. We got to get this guy in here somewhere.
And I got another old school Spider-Man that literally only bends at the elbows and the waist. So like I said, not a lot of articulation back in the day. But I like collecting me Spider-Man.
Chum Nasty has joined us, and you know
Hello?
what? He brings up a good question. Do you nerd?
Do
you nerd for Spider-Man or Toy Story? There you go. Here's a question, just out of curiosity. Which movie are you more excited to see?
Spider-Man.
The new Spider-Man or the new Toy Story?
Spider-Man.
Personally, I think Toy Story should have stopped at 3. It felt like it had a good finale.
Yeah, it feels like they're
movie.
just trying to milk a cow that's way out to pasture. But then again, I didn't grow up with Toy Story, so I don't have the nostalgia for it, like some other people.
Some days I only bend at the elbows. It's like,
yeah,
damn articulation at my age.
And then another action figure that I got was this one. I don't typically go for action figures that are stuck in poses that can't move, but for some reason, this one really caught my eye because what I want to do with him is get some fishing line and kind of hook it back here. And then so just hang him somewhere in the house so it looks like he's flying at all times.
We need to put him on like a blade of the...
Honestly, I was going to say, if I thought I could get away with putting it on the blade of a fan without it being off center or whacking someone in the head, I would. So you just see Superman just... So, yeah.
Well, Chum Nasty says, Spider-Man, that's the movie he's ready for. Come on,
Yes.
The Punisher and The Hand. Yeah, and The Hand aren't going to be able to deal with Spider-Man's sticky hand. Oh, he's coming for you guys.
Ah!
Grab onto my sticky hands. It's okay.
Hey, do you think they're gonna talk to the hand?
Wow. Oh my gosh. Freak of Four says, agreed. Toy Story was falling off for me during 3. Like 3 was kind of pushing it, but you know, maybe because of the era we grew up in, we're used to having like a good trilogy.
Yeah.
And then when 4 came out, it was so off kilter. If they wanted to do something in the Toy Story universe, great, keep that going. You know, keep all of the legacy characters. They're done. Their story's done. It had a good final to it. But move on. Introduce a new cast.
You want to know another good example that Toy Story is beyond its lifespan? I actually saw an interview with Tim Allen, and he said they had to bring in a voice coach and dialect and they said, not him, they told him his voice was too old, and they had to work with him to get him back into Buzz's register. So there's that.
Because he spent all that time up at the North Pole as Santa Claus.
One other action figure that I got.
Ooh, let's show it and give them just a minute in the chat to see if they know. I remember the movie now, but let's see if anyone remembers what movie this is from. We, when we were going through our Disney movies, so for the past couple of years now, we've been going through and watching every theatrical animated Disney feature film. And there were many that either one of us hadn't seen, like I'd seen it, but she hadn't, or more often vice versa. And there were plenty that both of us had not seen. We watched this one that this guy was in, and I had a lot of fun.
It was a fun movie. It was not your typical Disney movie, which was, I think, why it didn't do well. It seems to be that when they're not typical Disney movies or they're not somewhat musical, then the kids just ignore it. But the reason I got this one, it was super cheap. It was 25 cents. But we both really liked this movie. And I also thought this would be kind of fun to stick to the dashboard instead of, the hula girls on your dashboard, to have this guy on the dashboard. So he's like, blah, blah, blah. Anyone? Bueller?
I will continue to hold this guy up. Do you want to show off one more thing, or?
I have 3 things left that I got at the convention aside from this, the permanent one.
Why don't you talk about your permanent one real quick, just in case anyone wants a little more time.
Well, that looks familiar. However, I have no idea. I have always wanted to get a tattoo at a convention. I just always thought that would be a fun memory and souvenir and whatnot. And my my tattoo parlor that I go to is Cryptic Tattoo Ink parlor thing. Cryptic Ink
and Social Ink. Gallery.
Thank you. Anyway, and Nate Howard is my tattoo artist. I have known him for years, and I trust him with my skin, apparently, because he's the one that does all my tattoos. But I was going to get one at Tremendicon, and the one artist that I wanted to use, Kelsey, went home early. so I couldn't get it by the time I decided to go ahead and get it. But they also announced that they were going to be at Route 66. And so I ran over to her as soon as we got there and I said, hey, I want to do a tattoo. This is what I want to do. This is where I want it. And she was like, awesome, let's do it. So I did it. And that's why I only have one earring on, because it's
vibrating eyeball.
Yeah, vibrating eyeball. I don't know if I can you see? Is it on screen?
You get it.
So does anybody know why I put Navi right there? Can anybody tell me? Huh? Anyone?
So I will tell you this. There were a couple of comments that apparently agreed with you, and they are saying that you're more of a Zelda fan than I am.
Because I got the tattoo
you got
first?
a Zelda tattoo before me. So
there we go.
Guess you're going to have to continue the count now.
I guess so.
So Chum Nasty says, hey, listen.
Basically, that's why I put it back there.
Hey.
Because now I always have Navi whispering in my ear, hey, look, listen,
watch out.
Hey, listen. So I thought it was kind of funny. I thought it was a funny place to put it. I know it's a trendy spot right now, but I did it because I thought it was funny. Honestly, that's why I did it.
And now you finally got your convention tattoo.
And so I finally have my convention tattoo. Yes, so it's extra fun and funny. So I had a lot of fun, and I have experience with tattoos the old school way, with the old giant vibrating motor thing and the coil cord coming out of it, and those hurt like a mother. And I have experience with the new machines. But everyone has always told me that when you get a tattoo back here, it is the least painful spot. And I will agree 100%. It is the least painful spot. It's not even loud. I thought it was going to be loud, not just because it was by your ear, but because of the bone back there, because a lot of the new earbuds, whatever you want to call them, are using the bone conductor rather than putting it inside your ear, and it supposedly makes a better sound quality. So that's why I thought it was going to be loud, but it was not. It was not painful at all. It didn't even scratch or sting or anything like that. Honestly, the position I had to lay in to get the tattoo was more painful than anything. And even the healing process was really well. It never stung. It never hurt. The day, I think Monday, I was having Tom help me put some ointment on, and it kind of felt like a bruise. Like it was slightly tender to the touch, but it has still never hurt, and it's just about completely healed up. I got it Saturday, and it usually takes more than a few days to heal, and it's already like shed all of its blackness. And I'm still getting a few little black flecks here and there, but yeah, it's been a very easy heal. Not an easy thing to take care of, though, because they want you to wash it, like 2 to 3 times a day, blah, blah, blah. So it's really hard to hold your hair back and then get down near the sink and wash back there and see if you're getting in the right spot. And then try to, it's not easy to take care of. But yeah, it's cool. It's fun.
Well, Chum says, nice spot. And Freak says, Lady Laci, your ink rocks. You have a fairy whispering in your ear. I told her she needs to do a slime from Dragon Quest.
That would be really cute.
All right. Well, for anyone that is curious, and for those who are not, I'm still going to tell you. So this is from the Disney Pixar movie Onward. So it's these twin monster brothers. I think they're supposed to be elves. But they want to spend one more day with their deceased father. And so they cast a spell that goes as far as bringing his pants back to life.
Yes.
But they have to kind of make him look human as they're going on like a little road trip across country.
And so the top is always wiggling.
Yeah.
And stuff.
But it's actually a really good movie. It's a lot of fun. It's very, very sweet. I do think it's one that kind of was overshadowed. I think it came out like 2020, which could be the reason why no one talks about it, because they all want to talk about something else that happened that year. But yeah, Onward. Maybe check it out. It's good, goofy fun. And one of the voices was Tom Holland. So if you just can't wait for the new Spider-Man
before he
movie,
was really anything. And also, I would just like to say thank you, Generation Pixel, for proving that you watched our video by knowing about the vibrating eyeball thing.
Job says, just go through the car wash and stick your head out. Shampoo and tattoo cleaning all in one. Well, speaking of the video, one of the people that were on hand was Jeff Brennan, and he's kind of been like an artist for a lot of different things. Courage the Cowardly Dog, I think he said Dragon Tales, X-Men, and he even had some of his own comics there. And this one, Cyber Girl Lita, it actually looked pretty neat. And of course, I had to start with issue number 1 and had him sign that. So I will be checking that out. Story and art.
Didn't he say they featured it in Big Bang Theory?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a long time since I've watched the entire series, so I don't remember that. But they talked about a lot of comics on that show.
Well, they showed it off, but I think it was like a very specific cover. So like he had done a cover just for the show, but he had some of those for sale there. Yes. So that was kind of neat too. And I really only have one last thing from the show.
I'll show my last 3 off rather quickly, and then we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, because I keep seeing our numbers like dwindling. Like, oh, I don't want to talk about that. That's stupid. So I love my plushies, as y'all know, and I've only ever seen the first Ice Age movie, so I have no idea who this guy is, if he's a good guy, a bad guy, if he's funny. I just thought he was adorable. I loved his like underbite that he's got going on there, and then that bright blue eye showing off, and he was just a really cute like weasel guy. So I obviously do need to watch, I think his name's Buck. Yeah, Buck. So I do need to watch the other Ice Age movies, again, movies that came after my time. So I need to watch them and see if he's a good guy or not, or if I just have this really cute plushie and sorry if he's a bad guy or not a likable character. I don't know.
You don't care.
I don't care. Plushie's a plushie. And then the last 2 things that I got were 3D printed things, because that's also my other obsession. Like it feels like it wouldn't be a convention if I didn't get either a plushie, something 3D printed, or something Spider-Man action figure.
It seems like it anymore.
But I got this really adorable 3D printed turtle popcorn guy.
He's a popcorn bucket.
Yeah, he's a popcorn bucket. So it goes with the popcorn buckets I do not collect. But I thought he's cute. So if there's a movie that we go to that I actually don't have an action figure for, I can take him.
Like that'll happen.
I know.
If you don't have one, you'll go out and buy one real quick.
Usually. Didn't I surprise? Was it you that I surprised, or was it Chris, Telesplash Gaming, that I surprised when I had a Morbius action figure?
Was it Chris or was it Rob?
Maybe it was Rob. I don't know, but I was like, not only do I have one, I have 2. I had the original and then the new from the new movie.
So I think Freak was saying the comic was badass, and then he's also commented on the turtle popcorn.
And then dragon, super cute zombie dragon. But look at his little face. He's got, he's even missing a little arm right here. Ooh, sorry guys, trying to. There we go.
There's that bone arm.
Yeah, and then look at his tail is a zombie hand. Isn't that adorable? That's so freaking cute. It's really hard to show off.
Well, Freak approves of your zombie dragon. I'll tell you what, I know that I've been seeing a lot more videos popping up of people who, because obviously they're running out of things to shit on with video games and movies, so they're just shitting on stuff at conventions. And they're like, I hate seeing all the 3D printed stuff. Well,
why?
Well, I was just going to say, well, don't buy it.
Don't buy it, don't look at it.
But I've actually been really impressed with how clever 3D print stuff has been.
And it's come a long way in its quality, too, which has been very, very impressive. But I think people need to stop shitting on 3D printed stuff. And maybe that's because of our generation. You and I came from a generation where we wanted toys, props, memorabilia from movies, but things just weren't making it. The manufacturers were not making it. So now with 3D printed stuff, we can have those things. And so there's people at 3D printed booths that are printing these things. So I think that's why I love the 3D printed stuff, because it allows me to have things that can't get a license.
Well, licensed stuff like that, props, as you said, the toys are getting more and more interesting. There's a booth that we've seen there twice now that have basically Polly Pocket style play sets.
Yeah.
So they're actually full 3D printed play sets. But I really like how far the utility portion of 3D printed has come. We have some nice weighted comic book holders. So they're basically just pieces that will hold your comic books. And they have like a logo on them. And those are great for me for whenever I'm doing B-roll, because they hold the comic book up nice and straight. Plus, you have them say Marvel, DC. I got her a Spider-Gwen one.
Yeah.
They're really neat. I actually had someone print me some stack up. What pieces would they even be? But for Rob, I don't even know what you would call them, but stack up pieces just for display, because we have a Rob unit out on display and we've got all of his little like arms that hold the stack up pieces. And I was like, oh, that'd be cool to add some color to the display. Mm-hmm. So we had those made, but then also replacement inside trays for TurboGrafx 16 hue cards. I've got CD jewel cases all day long.
Yeah.
But those trays, that's what was really cool to have, because now I can actually put them in there. They're not sliding all around or anything. They actually fit in there and it looks nice. So I like that part of it.
Yeah.
Real quick. So Chum Nasty says he misses Telesplash videos. Where is old Chris right now?
He's in Hawaii for a friend of his birthday, and he didn't even want to go.
Yeah, he was literally complaining to us. He's like, guys, I've been to Hawaii like 5 times.
It's like, what is it? This is like 10th vacation of the year. He's over it.
So Chum says, those are awesome, Laci, especially for taking a picture display at a video. Mm-hmm. Oh, Sean's here. OMG, I lost track of time.
Sure you did.
Okay, Sean, well, first of all, you've missed like everything. We started off showing the brand new comics we picked up at the comic shop. Laci has shown off Eureka Castle toys, Spider-Man toys, her 3D prints, of course. I showed off some books, art books that you can't show anything more than the spine on. She had a cutting board. Dude, we literally only...
My tattoo.
We literally only have one more thing to show off.
What a perfect timing, Sean.
Look at the label. Look whose picture that is.
Because somebody actually sent a message to Tom and said, "Hey man,
you better not.
Hey man, is that still for sale? Oh, you took it out already."
So $50. I did pay $50 for this because was that just last year or was it the year before?
I think it was last year. Last year when we went to the toy show, he found this and it was $100, and he hemmed and hawed and decided not to get it.
I didn't want to drop $100 on it.
So we left, and immediately, like, I think we weren't even a mile down the road, and he 100% regretted that. And
I actually got in touch with the people that put the show on and asked for some contact information for that vendor.
Yes.
And reached out to him to try and buy it. And he was like, it's already sold.
Yeah, he sold it, dude. And so we've looked for it ever since at every convention we go to. And he has not been able to find it. He even decided to get online to buy it, and he was about to buy a really shitty version of it
for like $70.
$70. And I'm very, very glad that he didn't, because apparently the fates were looking out for us, because we found this for literally half price.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Chum says, oh, the puppets, those were from Pizza Hut.
Yes.
The Eureka's Castle.
They were from Pizza Hut.
Puppets. Do you want to show at least one of them off?
So we got Magellan and Eureka and Batley.
Oh, Sean says, I don't even want to see it. I'm signing off. Okay, well.
Come on, Sean.
So I've been trying to collect at least, starting with the first 100 Nintendo Power. And I need to go through my list and see what I'm missing now, because I finally got issue number 2. The faded Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, that gave all the little kitties in the 80s nightmares.
Because they're little kitty cats, but not the word kitty cat.
What? What are you talking about?
Because they were having nightmares. Because of pussies. I was trying not to say it.
Because of the severed Dracula head there. Oh my gosh. So for $50, the condition is really nice. You can kind of see the spine right there. Mm-hmm. The cover is really good. There's a crease down the middle. It kind of looks like it was folded over.
There's a crease back here on the corner, too.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh. But I mean, like, as far as even the edges, and I've not completely flipped through it to see if every single page is there, but you've got your cards to fill out. You've got your player's poll card. You have the poster, which of course is a big deal, because on the back of Nintendo Power posters was more review stuff, like the map for Simon's Quest. So there's that. I had a guy trying to cut me a deal on a magazine on eBay once. And I was like, well, you don't have the poster. And he's like, yeah, so. And I go, well, that's literally pages of the magazine missing. He's like, oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
And then still attached in there is the calendar. I think you can actually.
Don't try it. Don't.
No, I was going to say you can open it up
Okay.
to see the calendar. So like, whoop, 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 whoop.
Neat.
But the fact that everything was there, the one that I saw for $100, I do remember the label saying it had the poster and it had the calendar. So yeah, for the exact same thing. And I'm pretty sure this might even be in a little better shape than the one that guy was selling. I got it for half price.
And the funny thing is even as Tom was paying for it and telling him he wanted it, the guy was like, oh yeah, man, I just lowered that price. It was $90, but I just lowered it. And he even pulled the sticker off to show us that it was priced at $90. And I'm like, why are you telling us this? Because shouldn't you be asking us for the $90? But maybe he just wanted us to know we got a good deal.
Yeah, there you go. And yeah, that was a deal, by the way, from old Brandon, Arkansas picker. Something that was just kind of a side note, give him a little shout out, not that he needs it, his channel's doing gangbusters, but something that actually meant a lot to me and I really appreciated it. When we came in, he greeted us and he was like, hey guys, he goes, I watched your video about this show and that's kind of what helped me decide to come.
Which we always like hearing that, because that's exactly why we do what we do. And so that's our validation, is the fact that someone says, I decided to come to this because you guys showed it off and made it look fun or profitable or whatever. And it's like, well, that's the whole reason we do what we do.
So hopefully he did have a good show.
Yes.
I mean, he made $50 at least, right?
Yeah.
Chum Nasty said, I had Batley.
Oh,
So nice. We'll have to keep an eye out, and if we find another one.
did you get Batley actually from Pizza Hut, or did you find it like at a flea market or whatever? I don't know.
So Freak says that is wicked radness, and Sean is saying you better hide that when I come over next month. It might go on a walkabout with me.
We're not Australian, so we're okay.
Yeah, I'm
wicked awesome.
I'm pretty excited though to look through this, because I've literally never got to read this issue of Nintendo Power. So this is going to be great since it is brand new to me. And
I like it because of the Castlevania reference.
And I really want to go through now and see which issues I'm missing, which will be very handy information to have going to Mo Game Con, because if I'm only missing like one or two issues, it might be nice to try to fill in those gaps. I do have like one or two issues. I'm actually looking at them right now that are in really rough shape. And normally I'm not the pickiest person with stuff like that. Like, as long as everything's there, I'm usually pretty good. But there are a couple of issues that it's like, I might try to upgrade.
Might be nice
that
to have
one.
the cover or whatever.
Yeah.
So, fun fact about the Castlevania thing. One, I like Castlevania. Vampire's Castles is, whatever. But the Castlevania Symphony of the Night soundtrack is the music that we chose for our wedding. So we didn't play boring wedding songs. We played Symphony of the Night music, and no one was the wiser, because they just thought it was really pretty orchestral music.
I think like two or three
two people asked us at the reception. They're like, wait a minute.
One guy, Kyle, he was like, he didn't even say anything. He just looked at us through the crowd. He was like, he just nodded.
Yep.
And he goes,
other funny pun thing that I chose to do was we did a sand ceremony instead of a candle lighting that some people do. And the song that played was an instrumental version of Sandman, because I thought it was funny because we were doing a sand ceremony. I don't know if anyone caught that reference.
And it was kind of glittery sand too. And we learned very fast, don't breathe this in.
I thought it would be a good idea to add a little gold dust to the sand to make it sparkly. And we learned as we were pouring our sand together, the dust was just going everywhere. So thankfully we didn't die.
Speaking of our wedding, I think you sent me a picture this morning from your time hop. Was it 16 years ago today?
Our first date.
We went on our very first date.
Yes.
I took her to an Italian place that no longer exists.
No.
Because she liked
still
Italian
here.
food. And then we went to a park.
Yep.
And I pulled her behind some bushes. And
There were gooses there.
No, she was very, very good on their first
Yep.
date.
And then a few months later, we got married.
Yeah, we didn't wait around.
No. Why?
we kind of knew.
Why do we need a long engagement?
We kind of had this inkling.
Yep.
So Chum Nasty said, I had it as a kid, would have got it from the hut.
Good.
And then Sean says, I passed on one once and regretted it since then. I've only seen it not complete or just in horrible condition. I know, right? Like that's the worst part about Nintendo Power, because it's exactly those two problems right there.
I mean, people want to rip the poster out and hang it on the wall.
It's like,
use the calendar.
If you see it one time, that's pretty much your only shot, because you will either never see it again, or if you do see it again, it's in such bad shape. But because you never see it, you start getting desperate, like I was with that one, looking it up on eBay, and you start thinking, it's got half the cover missing, the other half has poop smeared on it. Sure, why not? Just to finally get it. But,
well, to answer you, Freaka 4, actually, this October will be our 16th wedding anniversary. So 16 years.
16. Holy cow.
Mm-hmm.
Can't believe.
So I guess that picture was maybe off because we dated for a year before we got married. So if our first
17 years,
so that
ago,
was that picture would have been 17 years ago.
Maybe you were sharing it because you were like, oh look, a year ago
I probably did that. I probably went 1 year ago kind of a thing in Time Hop. So that would have been 17 years ago for our first date, and then 16 years of marriage.
I'll share this story. Our second date was very unconventional. And here's the thing. I believe that you said you had a lot of fun.
I did.
But like anyone we have ever told this to, especially back then, they thought we were idiots. They thought it was just pathetic because, first of all, we got pizza at, I think it was was it CC's or something?
I think maybe,
or Incredible Pizza or something. It was like a pizza buffet.
Yeah.
But it was pizza. And then we went to a place.
I didn't even remember that part.
We went to a place in town called the Discovery Center. So it's one of those interactive learning places.
Like a science, kids sciencey fun stuff.
And it's definitely geared more towards kids. But I thought it would just be fun because it's a very interactive thing. And then we get to spend time together and do things together. What are you going to do for a date? Hey, let's go to the movie theater. Awesome. We just spent 2.5 hours in the dark, not saying a word to each other. That's a great way to get to know someone. But everyone thought we were so nuts for that. And they literally made fun of us for that. But we were both like, I don't know. I thought it was kind of fun.
I know. I thought it was a brilliant idea.
And it was just fun to do.
And congratulations to your parents of 51 years.
Wow,
that's
51
amazing.
years. That's amazing. That is incredible. They must really like each other. You have to glean their secrets. Give us some tips. Tell them you know someone that needs some tips.
You need tips?
If I've kept you around this long, probably not.
I don't think so.
I've got a tip. Just when we go to a convention, hand her my wallet.
Basically. I usually just I'm like this and I'm like, okay, pay them.
Actually kind of to that joke, someone was talking to me about how pricey stuff has gotten at conventions. And I was agreeing with that. By the way, Zombie joined in. Notifications failed me. I had to catch up to the live stream. Hello, my lord and lady.
Hello.
And bows.
Welcome.
Hello, chat. Stuff at conventions really has gotten pricey.
Yeah.
And we're always very frugal. But to really give an example of how pricey things have got, stop playing with your toys and bumping the...
I'm sorry.
But no, in all seriousness, you can literally tell how expensive things have got by what we collect now. This one almost predominantly collects littles.
Yeah.
It's almost always littles because those are things that are more in our price range. We feel a little more comfortable. And then me, not that I need it, I've been getting just the food,
yeah.
Because I think those fried Oreos in the video were $5, and there was pretty much nothing else I could buy for $5.
Yeah, your
so it's
coffee
like,
drink was $5.
so it's like, yeah, I'll buy that, and it's just because of how expensive things have got, with some exceptions. I mean, you got to be very frugal. You got to have a good eye, of course.
Yes.
See, Zombie says, I still have those Eureka's Castles puppets along with Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah,
I need to find my
Land
Before Time and Casper ones.
Oh, I didn't know about the Casper ones because I said I knew there were some other ones and I don't remember what they were. But I had Beauty and the Beast, the Eureka's Castle, and Land Before Time. I didn't have all of the Land Before Time ones, but I would like to get at least the ones I had back. I definitely want the Beauty and the Beast ones back. Those are really cool.
FYI, those puppets will cut your hands if you're not careful. And then Chum goes, hey, Zombie, hell yeah to the puppets. Now, are you saying hell yeah to the puppets or to the puppets cutting the hand? It's getting harsh
dirty
in here.
And I'm all like, I'm trying to get one.
But like the vinyl,
like
the vinyl edges. Because sometimes you'd get the ones that would just be like so sharp. Your dad comes in, take that damn puppet off, and you do, and like it took your hand off, and it's just like, does it still smell like pizza?
No, it doesn't. Hey, speaking of the pizza,
I know she was going to go with this one.
Is anybody getting? And I may have asked this at the last live. I don't remember. I slept. Anybody getting the old school Pizza Huts? Are they redoing any of your Pizza Huts that you have where you are, and you're getting the old school ones back? Because I am super jealous, because I don't think that's happening around here, and I would love that. I would love to see that. So excited to see that.
Chum says, I need to buy the Rocketeer cup, and then I see our Lord is not dragon clad. 1,000 apologies for noticing that. Yeah, my scale mail bikini is it's in the old sand barrel getting polished.
It's got covered in blood, guts, and stuff.
Did you guys know that? That's how they used to polish chainmail. They'd put it in a barrel of sand and roll it around.
It's also how you
the more you know.
Polish rocks. Also.
Like that. So Chub Nasty that he has all his old puppets. And then Zombie, not in my immediate area, but once they do, I am there. And Chum, I'm looking at my Rocketeer cup as we speak.
Ooh,
he's rubbing it in.
Wow.
So jelly over here.
I gotta look up this cup thing. I want to see it. Talk amongst yourselves.
You don't need more cups.
No, I don't. I don't want it. I just want to see it.
I do have something fun that I think Freak of 4 especially will appreciate. Hopefully he's still hanging out. Did you guys know Rob Zombie had a comic? Rob Zombie's Spook Show. We were at Nerd City Comics, and he had a couple of these, actually. And this one, I could not resist this cover. This one was a little pricier, but it's that J. Scott Campbell artwork. So having who is undoubtedly going to be, what was her name? Sherry Moon Zombie.
Sherry Moon Zombie, yeah.
So that one was cool. And then we both just like this one because of the fun, like, pinup
aspect of it.
What a beauty pageant. That's what I was trying to think
pageant.
of. Not pinup, a pageant. But the little faces on the side. So little anthology comics. So issue 1 and issue 8. And he did have some more of these. I was just trying to be good because when we were in there, it was like
right
day before Route 66. Yeah. And it's like, I want to make sure I have a little money for that.
So just FYI, is this the one you're talking about? Is this the cup? Because that's pretty cool. That's neat.
It's like it's almost like the cups they put out for movies, like with the popcorn buckets.
Because there's also this one, so I didn't know which one you were talking about. So
Zombie said, we saw the movie, then went to Pizza Hut. Yes, that is so cool. Freak says, I am currently working on a few things. How do I get in touch with you too? I don't have X. Rob Zombie Comics. Yes, please. Freak, you can shoot us an email. I'm generally on top of the email. And it's doyounerd2010@gmail.com. Zombie said, yep, that's the one. Chum said, the cup fits in the time frame of Eureka's Castle and Land Before Time puppets. Reminds me of a very specific time of my childhood. Do you feel like that's kind of why you like lean into stuff like that? Like, is it very much part of your childhood, like the puppets and everything?
I think so, yeah, because it's a part, a time in my life that I thought it was neat that a pizza place had toys. I couldn't always get the Happy Meals because Happy Meals were expensive, so I couldn't get Happy Meals or the toys. But I think because it was, like I said, they were 99 cents, and so I don't think my parents could argue with getting me those because it was like 99 cents. So I don't know. It's just fun stuff. And I think it was because it was like having a piece of the show. And I have always been a collector and wanted whatever TV show or movie that I watched. I wanted the things from it. So it's like I got to have these people, even though, like I said, I was technically too old for this. This was not my demographic, but it was like I didn't care because I could have them.
Linda the Gamer Gal is here. Hey everyone, saw the thumbnail on my phone. Yeah. See, I thought that thumbnail would be perfect to get people's attention. Obviously a play on the cool cover we got from old Matt Decker for our Army of Darkness versus Red Sonja comic. Totally worth it.
It was very worth it.
Chum says going to eat was a treat, and to get a badass cup, I bet my cheeks hurt from smiling. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So when I was growing up, we lived outside of town. We lived in the country. So basically, if you were going into town, it was like a
big deal.
Yeah. Oh, it was a spectacle or something. Oh, well, you better take the old barrels to get some more whale larder before you come back home.
That old.
No, but the place I grew up is stuck in the past. But and especially like a place like Pizza Hut, because when it was very restaurant, it was like even more of a big deal. We were actually talking the other day about Book It. You'd said something like they were going to honor.
They are honoring the Book It certificates. If you still have them from back in the day, they will give you your personal pan pizza for free.
I have a button. I have my Book It button that had all the stars that I never got to trade in for my personal pan pizza. The only thing is, I wouldn't want to give up that.
I know. We would have to ask. Can we keep it? Can you note that you gave it to us, and then let us keep the button?
Like you can punch a hole in it. That's fine, or something,
or mark it on the back with a marker or something.
So nasty. Same Tom. 3 channels. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yeah. I can tell you exactly what 3 channels we had too. CBS, NBC, PBS.
I was gonna say everyone had PBS.
Yep. Watch so much a New Yankee Workshop. I don't care what this guy is building. This is so boring. I really don't. Oh, so that's all you need? Just a 1917 wood planer to make this birdhouse? Incredible.
Generation Pixels getting off. He's got to go to bed.
Okay. Yeah.
Night-night.
It's very late for you over there.
But thank you for joining us and staying up late with us.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
If you've got insomnia, just come hang out.
Zombie said, agreed. Going to the sit-down restaurant was such an experience. My son is looking forward to going. I want to show them my TMNT2 NES booklet to see if they would honor that. That would be great. Freak says, awesome. Linda, remember Pizza Hut mainly because of my school's Book It program. Not sure if I still have my completed Book It button. And Zombie said, oh, I remember that. Carpenter, remember he made a chair, sat on it, and then it broke.
That's hilarious. He's not a very good carpenter then.
It was kind of like the nostalgia for Bob Ross too, and he's always on like the Mount Rushmore of being a better person. And people, I love the meme that will show, I think it was when he had a mouse. I think it was the mouse. Oh, gosh, he had so many animals, mouse, squirrel, deer. Maybe it's the deer now. But he's talking about like how beautiful of a creature it is and how he would love to just keep it as a pet. But that's not what it was put on this earth for. It was put here to be free. And who is he to take away its freedom? But it's like, wow, you made me feel good and bad about myself at the same time.
That's the only reason I didn't keep that baby bunny the other day.
Peter says the Book It program is active by way of the Book It app, just in case Zombie doesn't know. Ooh, hack the app. Get all the free pizza. I remember back then when Pizza Hut was still a sit-down restaurant and when they had their buffet, for a while, they were America's largest user of kale.
Yes. Because
Just
they
to
use it for
garnish.
garnish. Which is why I think to this day I get irritated when I see that in my salad or people try to make me eat it. I'm like, that is garnish. It is not food. You people are eating decorations.
Zombie says Bob Ross just had that power like Mr. Rogers and hashtag
Yes.
hack the bucket freak. I really want to find my button now. Just to have. I need to find it and just have it out.
Yeah, just hang it up.
I actually have I have a Yoshi. He's like a clutch Yoshi toy thing. I don't even know how old he is. He's never changed his batteries, and he still works. And somewhere I have an was it X-Men or X2 button? It's huge. It looks like the freaking size of Tony Stark's heart, his arc reactor. But it's this huge button, and it lights up. And like when you would hit the switch, the lights just kind of circle it. And the last time I saw it, it still worked. And I never changed the batteries for that. It's all probably like burnt up in acid now, battery acid.
Who knows?
So, Loco's here. Hello, all.
Hello.
Peter's saying hello to everyone. Real quick, just as far as if you want to show anything. Ooh, is Sean still here? There was something I actually did want to ask him. There's something that I bought for you at the comic
Oh, yeah,
shop.
he bought this for me. Wonder Woman. So Diana Prince of Wonder Woman of the 60s. So you can see all of her different little outfits there. So I just thought that was kind of fun. Of course you would. But it's a collection of different Wonder Womans. Look at that pose. There we go. Nice superhero pose. Cute.
Great J. Scott Campbell cover on that too.
Yes.
You've really been a fan of the button nose.
I do. I've always liked the button nose.
So Freak said Bob Ross always fascinated me with his happy, full of life trees.
Happy little trees. I always loved happy little trees. And if he made a mistake, he goes, "That's okay. That'll be our little secret. Don't tell anyone now."
Waves at Gabe says, "Hello, Tom and Laci."
Oh, thanks.
Logo says, "Noise." Zombie says, "Speaking of X-Men and Pizza Hut, the best tie-in I got as a kid was the VHS mini comic trading card and poster for $5 each." Nice. Very nice. I have the 2-issue comics that they put out. They were like they were the regular size comics. I don't think I have the mini one. I don't think. I have to look at the app. And the VHS, there were the 2 of them, right? And they were like the black covers, kind of like, was it red on one and gold embossed on the other? I might be thinking of something completely different, though.
That's something different.
Freak, hey, they're crazy. Zombie, I still have mine, but just last week I went out shopping and found a sealed one too. Don't know if it's original seal, but for $1, it was worth it.
Nice. Peter, would you buy that for $1?
It wasn't even that long ago. I got to use that clip again in a
I'd
video.
buy that for $1. Would you buy that for $1? Is it $1?
It's right back there when we used to use the old countertop as like a table. Is that how it says? Did I buy that for $1? I bought that for $1. I used to use that clip all the time. I think that was like my first recurring clip that I would use. Well, I guess Sean already left us.
Fine.
I did buy this because even though it's a modern story, there we go. I loved the connecting covers and I love the artwork. It just screams 90s X-Men. So I couldn't resist that. Well, I will throw this out there anyway. Sean will just have to miss out. But the Amalgam comics, so back in the 90s when sales were getting low and they had to try whatever they could. They had Marvel fight DC. And then there was an event where they amalgamated universes and you had fun, like mashed up characters. So there was like the Dark Claw. It was Wolverine and Batman. And then, issues like this, Bullets and Bracelets, where it's Wonder Woman and the Punisher.
When did the Punisher have blonde hair?
I don't know. Sean, where are you? We have a Punisher question. Sean.
Huh. Thanks for your help, man.
All right, well, I was going to give him that Nintendo Power 2, but since he left, I guess I'll just keep it.
If you can respond in the next 5 seconds, you can have it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sorry, Sean.
I hope Sean checks this out later. And he's like, oh my God. Logo says responded is great. Zombie says Space Punisher had long hair. And Charbestic responded.
Space Punisher?
Well,
like Space Jason and Leprechaun goes
I was going to say,
space. It's everybody
like
freaking went to space. What the hell?
Hellraiser went to space?
Yeah.
I have such sights to show you. Look, it's Venus. That's nice.
No, that's Uranus.
She went there, folks.
I did. And I got fudge.
And so did Sean.
Sean did. He got it packed pretty tight, too.
He got his fudge packed at Uranus.
Really tight.
Freak says, do you attend any conventions that have 90s clothing? I'm searching for a t-shirt I wore in my late teens. White Mossimo shirt with an angel and devil on the front, says naughty or nice. And that sounds familiar.
Yeah, we've been to some of them that have them, but they usually want an arm and a leg for them because they're like, it's vintage. I'm like, it's in my closet.
Yeah, unfortunately, vintage clothes have really spiked in recent years, so you got to be careful.
I don't like the fact that the clothes I grew up wearing are now vintage clothes. I'm like, shut up. But yeah, I don't know. We'll let you know if we see it.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we know, we can always keep an eye out. Mm-hmm. Shum says, LOL, Jason went to space. I mean, to be fair, he had a pretty cool kill scene with liquid nitrogen.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's a
didn't
classic.
Kane say that was one of his favorite kills? So, yeah. He told us that personally.
So Zombie said it was a mini-series. Makes sense. Gave me hope. Should I ever become my own Punisher? Nice. Loco, I still remember Dolph Lundgren as Punisher. At Route 66, I was actually this close to picking it up. I think it was $10. It seemed like a decent enough deal, but it was all 3 Punisher movies.
Oh.
So it was the one with Dolph.
I don't think I've seen that one.
The one with Travolta.
That's the one. I like that one.
And then the newer one. I can't remember the guy's name that was in that, but I was like, that's not a bad deal.
I've only seen the one with Travolta.
I think that was actually one of the booths. It was like locked in here, go back to that, and then I forgot. Like, especially when we got a comic and a certain magazine.
Well, also, my tattoo kind of took up some time too.
It did. By the time you got done, people were packing up and leaving. What took so long? What was the deal? Hey, actually, I didn't mind because you had less toys coming home this time.
That's true. You were too busy filming the costume contest.
Yes, which is going out tomorrow for anyone that's interested.
Plug.
Freak says, agreed, Lady Laci. I think all the clothing front.
Yes.
Peter said, I saw that at SoCal Retro Expo. They had some older t-shirts for $5. Hopefully that means that the prices are dropping. Yeah, well, at SoCal, I mean, those guys have long been into their retro shirts and vintage shirts anyway.
Well, then Linda just said that she saw it for $100. So.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
So Peter, apparently you should have bought those, and then turned around and resold them, I guess.
Zombie, despite what fans said, he did a good job as Punisher and He-Man.
Yes, I love that He-Man movie. I know it's a terrible movie, but it always has a special place in my heart. I love that movie. It's amazingly cheesy and terrible, and I love it. I don't care what anybody says.
And Chum says, Thomas Jane did a good job. Zombies agreeing. Yes, the Thomas Jane Travolta film is my favorite. Nice. Yes. Jane literally got stitches and went with it in the seed. Nice. There you go. Like, I feel like if you're doing that as the Punisher or in a Punisher movie, even, it's like, okay, yeah, you should be here. Loco, like Street Fighter 2, terrible movie, but a great comedy movie. Street Fighter 2, it's one of those movies that I don't
think I've seen that one. I've
so
only seen
goofy.
The first one.
I think that's what it means, though. That's the one that you mean, right? With Raul Julia and Jean-Claude and everything.
I was gonna say, is there a second one?
I don't think so. I think he means that because
I'm not trying to be like
characters.
a smarty yes. Alec. Okay, I was gonna say I'm not trying to be a smarty Alec.
Because
I was like, legit. If there's a second one, I want to see.
The first Street Fighter game is not Street Fighter as you know it. It's life, Jim. As we know. Wave said, sadly, I wasn't there to buy the $5 shirts. Just saw Russ Lyman's recap video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think you probably would have heard from Peter if he had went to Southern California.
Why?
Because it's Peter, and he'd be like, "Hey guys, I'm in Southern California."
I was gonna say he's already been and came back, so it's not like he would go out there.
It was a spot on Peter.
Yeah, that was perfect, Peter.
As did Kevin Nash during their fight scene from Zombie. Freak 90s clothing, especially on eBay, Etsy, Poshmark. These sellers are having serious illusions of grandeur. I'm not paying $300 for a goddamn shirt that cost $30 originally.
I know.
Yep, that's how it all is. But that's what people always say. Don't worry about it. You don't have to pay those prices. Yeah, you don't have to pay those prices until they're the only prices that are out there because everyone sees it as a side hustle. And they're like, oh, I want my cut of that cheesecake. And then they all price it like that. And then they look at you and they're like, well, it's going for this much on eBay.
Well, that's what I'm not on eBay.
I can buy it on eBay. I don't have to buy it from you, I guess. But anyway, that's a story for another day.
Peter also agreed that was spot on.
It's a spot on impression, Tom. Are we having cheesecake?
That's what I said. I was like, I like cheesecake.
But for the Street Fighter movie, I was just going to say that was one of those, like, it's not like an Oscar-worthy movie, but it's just so goofy and fun. And some of the casting, like Raul Julia went over the top as Bison.
I always love his game over.
And he's so menacing, for you, how exactly does he say that? For you, that was the day that your village was destroyed. For me,
it was a Tuesday.
Yeah. But it's like harsh,
but accurate.
Plus Kylie Minogue's cameo.
Mm-hmm. And
thank you.
Ming Na Wen.
I
probably said her name wrong, but I love her.
Work on her thighs a little bit. Okay. I think they're working on that in the new one. Freak says exactly, Tom. Loco says I miss the 90s t-shirts that changed color under the sun.
Oh my gosh, yes. We had a store down in Branson probably maybe 10 years ago that was trying to bring that back. It was called Soul something. And you could buy hair clips and bags and shirts, sunglasses, even nail polish that would change color in the sun. And I think I went a little crazy in there because I was like, yes, I remember this stuff. It's so much fun. Even though I don't go out in the sun, which I don't know why I bought all that stuff.
So Chum misses his old Jinko shirts. And then look, Han and Chum both. For me, it was just a Tuesday. And then Han, an Australian playing British, but she did well. Well, I mean, it's no different than Jean-Claude playing Guile. What is he? Is he Belgium playing in America?
Yes. You want to talk about wonky casting? Highlander 2, you've got a Scottishman playing a Spaniard with his Scottish accent. He didn't even try. I'm like, why are you even saying? It's not like there was like books and stuff that we needed to be accurate with. They're like, well, what are you doing here, Spaniard? And I'm like, what? He's Spanish? What?
So Peter said, Loco, there's a company called Del Sol that makes those color changing
That's what
shirts.
Because I said it was Soul something. Yeah.
Oh, and then he
Soul.
says, see, Laci knows what's up.
Yeah.
Zombie, a lot of the actors who were over the top tended to have the most fun. Raul and Street Fighter. Dennis Hopper and Super Mario Brothers. They mostly did the films for their kids. Dude,
Monkeys.
Dennis Hopper is Koopa. He's great. Where's my pizza?
I think one of my favorite scenes in the Mario movie is when they're in the elevator and they just get the Koopas.
The underwater theme.
Yep. So apparently if you want to beat a bad guy, that's all you got to do. Just get him to rock back and forth. That's all you need to do.
Loco says, I got to check it and hope they deliver to the UK. Zombie Hopper was on Conan and he shared a story of how he talked to his son about how he did the Mario film to buy his kids shoes. The child said, we didn't need shoes that badly.
Oh, that's terrible. It's not that bad of a movie, guys. Come on.
Zombie, the fact that Rick from Rick and Morty calls out Connery and not hiding his accent was great. Freak Chum, speaking of Jinko, a few years back, I found my actual pair of Jinko. I wore in my late teens on eBay. $800. I was like, have you lost your goddamn fucking mind?
Son of a bitch. Jeez.
Yeah. That's That's kind of like Bandana hooked me up with. I'll never be able to fit into this thing.
No.
But the Illusion of Gaia T-shirt, and I couldn't believe that because when that game first came out, I bought the version that came in the I think it's like a plastics, add-on pack,
like a bubble pack
that had the shirt, and I used to wear that shirt to
you wore it
death.
out.
Yeah, I did. Unfortunately, because I wasn't thinking anything. I mean, as young, I was like, "This is a cool shirt," And of course, no one knew what it was. And when they found out what it was, they're like, "You still like video games?" And I was like, "Yes, I do." So
do you have any you want to give me?
It was cool to. That actually did work out quite a bit. Like the Atari games there, a lot of the NES peripherals that we have.
Yes.
But it was really cool to have it because anytime I've ever seen it at a convention, it's like I would like to have the shirt. I know I can't wear it.
Yeah.
I would like to display it, but I don't want to pay those prices.
Oh no. I think the first time I ever saw it in person was at Milwaukee. At the
By the way, Peter has to head out. He's getting the kids down. He's going to put them down.
Good night, Peter.
Yeah.
You smell bad and you're a burden on your mother. Reference anyone? But yeah, we'd seen it up at Milwaukee at the Midwest Gaming Classic, and I think they wanted at least, and I feel like it was more than this, but they wanted at least $100. And I almost bought it for him then, but he's like, "I'm not letting you buy $100 t-shirt." I was like, "Okay, fine." So
yeah. Chum say, "That's so crazy, freak. Any idea what pair you have?" Chum wants your pants, freak. Just saying.
Who wants to get in your pants? That's nasty.
Well, what else do you have? Should we start letting everyone else go in case they need to get their little ones? If they need to put their little ones down.
I guess Winston's like dead to the world. He's enjoying his bedtime.
What show?
Oh wait, he just woke up.
What show are you into these days?
Well, I just finished last night, actually, the latest season of Bridgerton. Not that anyone in here is probably into Bridgerton, but I like period pieces. I don't care if it's like romance or over the top or whatever. I just like watching anything that's a period piece because I just love the costumes. It's so much fun to watch the costumes. Just finished The Pit season 2. Amazing show and very, very well accurate. Speaking from someone who's in that field. So, let's see what other things are we watching. We finished Landman season 1 and 2. We really liked Landman. That was really, really good. We did not think we were going to like Landman.
Yeah, we went into that with low expectations.
Yeah, because neither one of us really care about oil. And no offense, but it's Texas. It's not very pretty. I'm sorry. My brother lives there.
I was going to say, her brother lives in Texas. We've been out there enough.
We've been out there enough to know it is not pretty.
Like it's not, oh my gosh.
Because, it is there. From Taylor Sheridan, who did Yellowstone. And Yellowstone is gorgeous. Not just the people in it, but the scenery is gorgeous. And so I was like, we went from really pretty greens and mountains and snow to brown. Very brown, lots of brown, but that we were really invested in it. I'm still like, I'm ready for season 3. Let's go. So we have moved on. We're working our way through Taylor Sheridan. So right now we're in the middle of watching Marshals, and it's not his best work. But then again, you and I are not into cop dramas. We're not really into the whole, like, this is very much, if you haven't watched Marshals, it is very much like Chicago, the PD one. That's not Fire. That's the only one I can think of.
Is it just called
Chicago
I think it's PD?
Probably Chicago PD or Law and Order or any one of those shows where it's, a team that works together, and every episode there's a bad guy and they hunt him down and then capture him by the end, and then all is happy and well. And it's not my cup of tea. We're not cop drama people. So it's not that exciting. Plus, Casey was never a character I really liked in Yellowstone. So that also does not help. But it's fine. It's not too bad. We want to finish that before we start Dutton Ranch, which I'm very excited to start Dutton Ranch because Rip and Beth are my 2 favorite characters. So I'm very excited to start that. We are struggling through Witcher. Unfortunately, we're both very disappointed that we can't get into The Witcher.
I've only ever played Witcher 3, and I had so much fun with the game. And it's really weird to me whenever we try to watch the show, I fall asleep. Every time. Literally, the only other thing that puts me to sleep every time is The Lion King.
Literally. I don't. The only good casting in it so far has been Henry Cavill as Geralt. That's literally been the only good thing, and I have read the books, so that's the only part I think that's keeping me engaged is the fact that I'm like, oh, so it's a story from the book brought to life, yay! But like the rest of the casting is just terrible, and it's just drags, and it's not very good. So I'm very upset.
Well, real quick, a little while back, Loco said, did you all already talk about the Masters of the Universe movie, the new one?
We did, and we tried no spoilers.
Yeah, we were very good about it, but we talked about how we really liked the kind of like the fan service done up right for the film, because it was so well done and just a fun movie, no
very, very fun
hidden agenda or anything. They weren't trying to, like kind of take it all apart and reconstruct it. It was just good, fun movie, especially for the fans.
I will tell you this is not a spoiler, but if you either have not seen it or you have and you didn't know this, there are 3 credit scenes. So, because Sean even told us that he didn't know about one of them. So yeah, so just be aware.
Chump said Jinka was so cool. Every pair had its own name and diameter of the leg. Interesting. Is that for real?
That's
on the diameter
fun.
of the leg? I never knew that.
Huh.
Freak said, speaking of shirts, Tom, I wore a Metallica shirt in my early teens, which had all 5 album covers on it. Online once again. Goddamn Delusions of Grandeur, $500 to $1,000. Wow. So like, I don't agree with that. That's BS to me because I'm super cheap, but at least with like Metallica, I guess I can see that a little better, especially with like the 5 album covers on it, but still that hurts. Linda, I like that. I'll just buy a reprint at that price.
Yeah, I know. I'll wait and run over to Target. They usually do stuff like that.
Freak agree with Chum Nasty. Loco says, I enjoyed Witcher season 1, but that's it. What did you think of season 1? Did you like that one at least?
Yeah. Basically any scene, and this is not because of Henry Cavill, but basically any scene that The Witcher was in, I liked because that was directly from the short stories in the book and everything. They were just bringing those to life. Any other scene, they were stretching with trying to make that into something. So that's why I was just kind of bored. I was bored with the whole Ciri line. It was taking forever. And the Yennefer line was taking forever. And then they finally got together. And yeah.
Well, real quick, jumping ahead, Zombie says Henry Cavill is the only Witcher.
Yes.
And Linda's asking, have you seen the animated Witcher movies and shows?
No.
Not yet. They're in the list.
Yes.
We're slowly getting there.
Yeah. But we literally just started, I think, season 3, didn't we?
Yeah. So, we are making progress.
So, yeah, we are making progress. We have not got to the Hemsworth-ish season yet.
Linda, would you say the animated ones are better than the live action? Like, do they feel more witchery, I guess? Zombie says, for any He-Man and other action figure collector, Target has spend 40, save 10 deal on action figures and accessories. Going to get my He-Man sword toy and more. Oh, he says the Target that's not by our Target. That's not our Target. He specifically says that.
So you're saying after work tomorrow we shouldn't
let me just scroll
we
this.
Shouldn't go to Target after work
chat
tomorrow.
Up.
Really?
Zombie.
Really?
Chum says pumped for Cavill as the Highlander.
Yeah, I am still reserving
Zombie, same
thoughts on that. I mean, like, obviously I love Henry Cavill. I pretty much love everything that he's done. He's just a fun actor. And the reason I like him, not just because he's amazing to look at, but he is very passionate about his projects. And so he tries to make them true to whatever source material there is. And so that's why I really enjoy him. And he's just a nerd. I mean, when you've got someone who looks like him, you don't expect him to be a nerd. So that's always fun.
Yeah, you expect someone that looks like me to be a nerd. Oh.
So yeah, I love the Highlander movies and I love the Highlander TV show. Could not get into the anime. But I just don't think that McLeod was up my alley, and I can't remember what that McLeod's name was.
Quentin McLeod.
Quentin McLeod. But I even liked Highlander 2, which nobody seemed to like Highlander 2.
Did you like
I thought it was fun.
Raven one? Wasn't
that was a spinoff, and it wasn't the best because Amanda was never a character that needed more screen time. Amanda was a very fun character in small doses, playing off of Duncan. Other than that,
donuts?
yes, Dunkin' Donuts.
Chum is a Highlander fan. Zombie says the sale is for online too. So at least he's saving us some gas money. I like this. Loco says, what Hemsworth season? I refuse to accept that. And Linda says the animated ones are a lot better.
Oh, good. Well, good. Then when we get there, then that'll be nice.
Leprechaun says, Tom and Lacey, if you were in an X-Men movie, which character would you be and why? Well, the character I would want to be, would be Gambit, because I would hope that you would be Rogue. So you'd be my Rogue. But the character I'd probably end up being would probably be, I don't know. I'd probably end up being like kind of a throwaway character like Toad or someone. I'd be like, oh man, this is who I get to be.
The funny thing is, obviously I'd want to be your girl, but I don't know that I would want to be Rogue because, I love her. She's my favorite character, but I just feel so bad. She can't touch anybody. So I don't know that I would not want to not be able to touch people. I think I would probably pick White Queen.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm down for the outfit change. Loco says, fun fact, Cavill did grow up a nerd and being bullied for being overweight in school. They used to call him Fat Cavill, so he used to spend his times playing games and nerd stuff.
Well, that explains why he's the buff man that he is now, because people usually either take it one way or the other when you make fun of them for being fat. They either continue to be fat or they get really buff.
Freak says, I'm going to be starting Spider Noir and the Tomb Raider animated series.
Yes, that is in our list. We have not watched it yet either. Spider-Man Noir is in the list. You know, the funny thing is, I was even telling him this the other day. I don't know what rock or planet I was on whenever we would watch the trailers for that, but for some reason I thought it was a movie. So I kept waiting for when's this coming to theaters? And then they were like, it's streaming now. And I was like, did I miss it in theaters? And then I realized, no, it's a TV show. So I don't know how I missed that when we were watching previews and stuff for it. I don't know. It's weird.
And then he said Mike Myers announced Austin Powers for
excuse me, I heard that today.
You know they need to bring back from the first movie, from Bedazzled.
Yeah, well, she's dead. She blowed up.
That was the robot version of her.
How do you know that she wasn't always a robot version? She might have always been a robot.
Zombie says, I love the Highlander show, and the first two films are good. Say hey to Leprechaun. Jum says, I missed it and just recently found out, but Adrian Paul was in Sioux City, Iowa.
That would have been so cool.
Man.
Was it like a Highlander convention? Do they still have Highlander conventions? I know they used to back when the show was on and everything, and I was watching the show. I never made it out to one of those, but that would have been so cool.
Loco says, with Tom's height, he would make a great beast. And it would match my already blue feet.
Oh.
I only saw one Spider-Man Noir episode. And then Wazrum says, watch Spider Noir in black and white. It's good. That was actually something I was going to ask you. How do you want to watch this when we do decide on it? Do the black and white?
I probably would want to do it in color just because I like color. But that's not to say that we wouldn't watch one or two episodes in black and white or something like that. But I don't know.
Chum says he does this thing called the sword experience. That can be taken out of context. If anyone scrolled in here, have no idea what we're talking about. Wazrum says it's made for black and white. See, that's kind of what I was leaning.
I know, and I read the comics and everything.
Did we do? Yeah, because the werewolf one initially came out in black and white, right? And then they came back into the. We never watched the colorized version though, because it was perfect in black and white. And then Logo's laughing. Chubb says it's worth looking up on YouTube. You just want to get me in trouble typing up the sword experience. No. Logo, welcome to Tom's Sword Experience. Yes, welcome.
I'm a frequent flyer.
uh,
I love when I can get him.
oh my gosh. Woo. Freak says, I recently discovered the Crow Stairway to Heaven show on YouTube. Only 10 episodes are available. That show rocks.
Yes, it got canceled before its time. I loved that show. I thought it was really, really good. I think it was definitely before its time. It should have continued.
I always felt it was judged a little too harshly because didn't it come out like pretty much right after the second movie?
Yeah, it did.
And I felt like people were focused on not liking the movie.
Yeah, because it was a whole loyalty to Brandon Lee kind of a thing. And it's like, guys, I get it. But, unfortunately, tragedy happens and you can't have the same actor keep doing it. So I thought it was good. I thought it was better than the second movie. Definitely better than the new thing that came out.
And then Freak also said, I'm happy to discover the show exists on DVD. Kind of pricey. Been out of production for 25 years.
Yeah, I didn't know it was on YouTube. That's nice to know because I need to watch it again. I need to get you to watch The Crow for the first time.
Logo says, did anyone see the Thundercats reboot cartoon around 2011, 2012? It only lasted one season, but it was amazing. I remember seeing previews for it, and I never got around to watching it. I did want to watch it, though, because I used to watch the original Thundercats. Of course, saying that, at least I thought I watched the original Thundercats. For years, growing up, I was always under the impression that there was only like one season of that cartoon, and come to find out there were like 4, I think, maybe 5, and I was like, I missed so much. There were literally characters, like, once the internet became a thing, there were characters popping up, and I'm like, who's this? Who's this? And they were like prevalent Thundercats characters that I never knew of because I never got any further.
I didn't like Thundercats because he was sexist.
Because he'd say ho.
Thundercats, ho! And I'm like, hey, who you calling a ho?
You sound like a drunk girl at a bar when you do it.
I know.
It has a great storytelling in the reboot.
Of course, that being said, did anybody watch the reboot He-Man comic cartoon?
I wanted to. There were a couple.
I don't know. They made toys. I got the toys from it.
Because there was the Kevin Smith one, the most recent one, but wasn't there one before that? The one before Kevin Smith's reboot, that was the one I really wanted to watch.
I don't know.
So 2000X He-Man was really good. And then the Kevin Smith one was poop. That's what I heard. I heard it wasn't very good, but I thought there was one before it. There was one after Kevin Smith, one made for kids. I didn't even know about that one. Wait, what? Lady Laci, Tom's not ever seen my favorite movie of all time, The Crow? Unacceptable, Tom. She has been the one to introduce me to a lot of movies that I missed out on. Yeah. About a decade ago, if you guys knew even half the 80s and 90s movies I'd never seen. And then like all the movies that I had seen were just the worst. They were like the cheesiest, cheapest, worst movies on cable.
I'm talking about this one, the one that this toy came from. That toy. But my Evelyn toy. It's hard to see from. Whoop. It says,
I've been calling her Evelyn.
Master of the Universe Revelation. I guess. Because I was like, I want to see Evelyn looking like that.
So Loco says Kevin Smith one was actually pretty good, especially part 2. Wazram, he set it up as a continuation of the OG, and it wasn't.
Oh.
And then Loco says that's the Kevin Smith one.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
Okay.
Didn't that say 2020? Was that really that long ago?
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Huh. Wow. I thought it was more recent than that. Never mind.
6 years ago.
Boy, where does the time go?
To work.
That is true.
That is sad. So sad.
Well, guys, I think we've doubled up our time tonight. We usually try to carve out about an hour, but we're coming up on the 2-hour mark. So I think I'm going to make her jump off of here. We're going to get a little bit of lazy time in before bedtime.
Yeah.
We got one more day, but I actually think we don't have the busiest of weekends.
No, the only thing going on Saturday is we have to run the pup out to the vet because it's his yearly heartworm. Sorry, didn't mean to bump that. Heartworm test so that we can get him more medicine. And then Sunday is Father's Day, so I'll be spending it with my dad. And that's it. So it's going to be...
I'm not sure what you're trying to edit.
Nobody's talking to you, robot. But yeah, so it's going to be our first lazy-ish weekend since March. Can you believe it?
Wow. Yeah, this one keeps me busy on the weekends.
Yes.
Well, real quick to close it out, Loco says, just know the first part is mainly about Tila, but the second part brings back He-Man. Linda saying bye. Wazram, have a good night all. Get the sword time in. Wink, wink. From Loco. Freak says, Kevin Smith He-Man series, both Revelation and Retaliation, to me are both fantastic. And Chum says, thanks for the fun stream, Tom and Lacey. Good night. Well, guys, you have a good night. Thanks so much for popping in and hanging out with us.
Yes.
I was actually commenting back and forth with Linda about how after all these years we've never got to hang out with her at a convention. So any of you that we haven't got to hang out with at a convention, this is our chance to hang out with you. And those that we have not got to hang out with at a convention for some time now, it's also our way to hang out with you.
I believe our next convention is Mo Game Con. So
yeah. So thank you for hanging out with us because we miss you guys.
Come to St. Louis.
Even the ones we haven't even met, we miss you too. All right, guys, you have a good night. We'll see you next time.
Bye, nerdlings.